Welcome to the video, guys. We're going to be on Mountain Pass in the LT-432. This is the new Mountain Pass map, and I wanted to show you how effective you can be in a hull-down light tank like the LT-432, T-54 lightweight. The south side of this map, don't run into rocks like I do, the south side of this map is now actually very effective for quick snapshot hull-down vehicles, right? So I have like a hair in my mouth or something, but I'm going to show you guys this play that I make now. And what I like to do is come up to this location, and this is actually the first time I've brought the LT-432 here. I knew that this location was pretty good for it, but I've actually never played at this location yet with the LT-432. I've come over here with a couple other tanks, and I don't remember the first tank I came over here. Might have been like a tier 6 tank was the first one I brought over here. But the LT-432 is perfect, absolutely perfect for this location, and I'm going to show you why. Watch when I poke, okay, with the LT-432. Look at what people are seeing when I'm poking with this. In fact, I'm even going to free replay camera it and just go to the T-44's view so you guys can see exactly what this guy is seeing. Like, look at that, man. I'm barely exposed at all compared to the T-69, right? Like, this guy is seeing, I want to really try and put his gun like here so you guys can see like exactly what this guy is seeing, like something like that. Like, isn't that insane, man? Like, this guy can, I think I do get hit here maybe once, but this rock, man, it's like it was designed perfectly for the LT-432. So if you're playing the LT-432, I would highly suggest you come over here. Now, someone eventually will poke over here as well. In most games, like, we're holding these guys down really well, but they're also not playing the best they can. They eventually put an M4Y over here, and I'm also picking this guy apart too. You can see me picking apart at his cap there, right? And this guy for the longest time was trying to put his gun up in the air and like prevent people from hitting him. I don't know if this guy needed a damage blocked by armor mission, because it looked like he was trying to bait shots the whole game, like purposely trying to get people to shoot him for whatever reason, or I don't know if he was just trying to enjoy himself. But look at these snapshots I'm able to put in the M4Y, because the distance is so short, right, guys? It's not like you're sniping halfway across the map. You can aim at people's weak spots, but you actually have some turret armor in the LT-432, so you can make this work. There, I don't even know where I penned the T-44. I guess it was like right above the gun mantlet, and then we hit the M4Y again, and these are some of the luckiest shots I've ever hit, like, in my life. But I'm hitting them nonetheless, and now the M4Y is going to poke up here like this. Finally, the T-44 is able to hit me. I believe it was probably in the turret or at the very bottom or top of the hull, rather, like into the track area, because I am kind of exposed to him. And now the M4Y is doing this thing with his gun, and I'm not sure, like, I don't know. This could be a baboon salute, but I'm going to keep trying to pick away at this guy's cap, right? Because he's not, it's like, it's the weirdest thing, right, for him to make this play, because to me, it seems like he's trying to bait shots. It's more so like he's just trying to block the cap than baboon salute. But if it was a baboon salute, then I apologize to this guy if he watches my videos, and shout out to that guy. But to me, that's what it seemed like, man. Like, this guy was just trying to bait shots to be funny or whatever, and it's like, that's fine, man, if that's what he wants to do. But the cap on the M4Y is fairly exposed, right? So you're able to kind of beat people to these little snapshots, if I'll call it that. And we're able to get a couple shots into other tanks that are pressing this area as well. So eventually we win this side of the map. We do 1638 damage, and in any light tank, that's good. The LT-432 is one of those vehicles where I don't go crazy about doing high amounts of damage because it's a very powerful light tank, right? The T-54 lightweight is the same. On these maps where you can go hold down like this, you kind of want to have a game where you're doing like at least, I would say, like 1500 damage, right? That to me would be my goal. And eventually, once I see that the base has fallen, we need to retreat, right? It's only been like maybe a minute since we ended that duel here with everybody, so I don't feel like I could have made a better play to get back here sooner, you know? We have 1800 damage, and I feel like I played it exactly how I needed to play it. And now at this point, what we need to do is let a couple people push in. The Char's pushing in, but I think I even wait for the E4 to push in here. And here's the Badger. I did not expect this guy in the very corner. Luckily, I didn't get spotted because there's a bush there. And now I'm just watching the top, making sure no one's going to hit me from the top. I do still have about half of my HP. and we're just watching the E50M. The E50M is eventually going to traverse down this cliff, right? So we're actually getting some spotting damage on him there. Eventually he comes down, and we need people like the E4 and the VZ176 to push in, because these guys are the ones that are going to be able to poke the corner and have a much less risk, right, of being penetrated. So at this point, I'm trying to keep myself safe from the Borisk, and Badger's kind of pushing around the corner. I'm going to see if I can get a shot into this guy. I can't get a pen shot, so or can't get a pen, so I'm just going to hit him in the track and hope to track him. E50's coming down. He ends up killing himself. Probably wasn't the smartest play on his part, but now I'm going to track the Badger, right? And here's where maybe I make the mistake, but we just kind of ran out of people here. I'm trying to go after the Borisk, right? I wanted to go after the Borisk here because I kind of have the Badger in an area where he needs to turn on me, though he probably still would have been able to turn on me here. What I should have done is put an HE into the Borisk, and then I might have been able to get away from the Badger, though I don't think so. But that's really, I think, the only mistake I made in this game. I'm sure other people can watch it and go, Whirls, you made tons of mistakes. Fair enough. But we did 2,100 damage in this game, 727 assists, and I couldn't find any other way to bring this game back, right? I think we just got pressured way too hard in the north. I tried to get aggressive in the south. I think we did very well in playing hold down in the south. And look, 2,100 damage in the LT on Mountain Pass and 700 spotting. And I don't think that's awful, man. Eventually, we will lose this game. I'll show you guys this one. ISU is able to clean up the Borisk. He does clean him up, and then he comes around there, and I guess Badger, and I guess maybe it was like the Leo. I don't know who else capped out here. Maybe the Artie. I wasn't really paying attention to who it might have been on the map, but him and another guy cap out, and we lose the game, man. So it's unfortunate, guys, but in this one, I honestly cannot see many other ways that I could have played this for us to win the game. I mean, is it possible that I could have went like all the way back around like this or something? Or even down this little ridge and maybe flanked from the other side, but it just takes way too long to go, like, even if you're able to get down here without destroying your tank and come all the way around like this, I just think it takes way too long, man. You know? Or maybe from the beginning, instead of trying to just poke on the Badger or whatever, we could have ran all the way around to like here and try and get shots, but I don't know, man. I just think like the Badger had a little bit too much HP. Borisk would have had shots on me earlier. Like, hindsight's always 20/20, guys. This is what I say. Like, there's a lot of people that will comment on my videos and are always quick to judge you, right? A lot of you guys are very, very friendly, but you're always going to get those occasional people that don't agree with your gameplay. Don't agree with the way you played it. And what I always say to those people is hindsight is 20/20, man. There's a lot of decisions I've made in my life where, you know, over years, I'm like, man, I wish I could go back and change my mind about this. I wish I could go back, and hindsight's always 20/20, guys. Once you see what happens, you see the results of a decision you make, you can always judge it, right? You can always judge it. You can always go back and look at things, not even in a video game, but in real life, and go, I could have done that better. Could have done that better, right? So you can't beat yourself up about, you know, making the wrong play in a video game, right? Like, it is what it is. It's going to happen. But I will always do this. I will always, like, reanalyze the game when I bring you guys a replay in my head as well. And I'm just looking like, maybe if I could do this, maybe if I could do that. But in this game, my point is, I don't think I could have done anything else. Like, if I made the most perfect play, I think this was still going to be a loss. So that's the one on Mountain Pass, guys. And again, 2170 damage, 727 assist. The end plates are almost unnecessary on this one. I mean, it was a loss, and nothing is blind. It wasn't kind of any spectacular game. We did lose some credits here. I wasn't running premium or any boosters or anything like that. And that's the game, guys. So I hope that kind of helps you out on Mountain Pass. If you're going to be playing a vehicle that is able to go hold down, that area on the map that I showed you guys. Can I free replay camera this? I can't. The area that I showed you guys, once the game stops, you can't use the free replay camera. Then you have to go back. But this area right here, man, both of them, they work very, very well, guys. One is in like the 4 square, the other one is like in the 2 square. And I don't agree with every single change that Wargaming brought on this map. One thing they got rid of is this little corner right here. where you used to be able to poke up and defend this. I actually kind of liked this area, and when I got into a TD, I realized like there's nothing I could do. And then they did lower this area of the map so you can get shots, but I still feel like it's not great, right? Because the enemy has to push all the way through like this in order for you to get shots, and that rarely happens. And then they take away, I do kind of agree with them taking away this area, but I think instead of making this area like kind of like a brawling sector, why don't you just put bushes here on both sides so that people can spot, you know, light tanks can spot equally on both sides, people going like this, right? Instead, they got rid of the whole thing, and now you only have this tiny little window, like right through like here, and I think it's like here to get shots, right? So I don't know, man. I don't agree with every single decision, but I will say I think they did right in the South, right? I think they did this right, and I really, really like this little brawling area now. It's equal, right? Because there used to be just one little mound there, and it wasn't really the equivalent for the Southeast spawn. It was a little tricky. You still have this back pocket right here, but I really, really like what they did here, and you could use this method that I used in this game from both spawns, from both sides, on these little rock areas, and hope that helps you out. But again, you want to make sure that you're in a hold down tank. You can also, like I've done it in non-hold down vehicles, but you have to be really aware. You know, you have to be like hyper aware of like where everyone's gun is and what their reload is, and you can still kind of make it work in like a Type 64 or something like that, whatever, if you want to bring that over there. Yeah, I even tried to do it in the AMD 178B. I don't recall that working very, very well, but I was able to get like maybe 3 or 4 shots, and then I took 1 shot and I retreated. So if you're really, really quick and snappy, guys, you can make it work even in non-hold down vehicles, but it's perfect for the LT-432. And that's it. That's it for Mountain Pass, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.